to the Chip Matthews Show, where politics meets the South. So grab your sweet tea, find a comfortable spot to sit back, and let's embark on this journey together. Chip away, chip away.
Good morning, Friday morning. Yes, I want to get next to you. Just roll over in bed.
It's Friday.
Friday.
Friday. It's
Is
not
that-
Friday. It's Friday.
Friday.
It's Friday, so it's Friday. Yay.
No,
Never mind.
no. I got to work. And I want y'all to come out and see us tonight at Acme Pizza on the Reservoir. Jamie Eisenhood on the keyboards. And we'll have pizza, and we'll have pasta, and we'll have barbecue, and we'll have chaos. We always do.
Chaos.
Chaos. Friday night, it's controlled chaos.
It's controlled chaos.
Controlled chaos.
It's a good thing.
But, and really, everybody keep talking rain. And then, of course, I watched the weatherman this morning, and he goes, well, we got it wrong yesterday. I said,
yeah, they usually do, I think.
Oops, don't blame me. Don't blame me. And then I saw a news report on a lady that just passed away. She was I think she was a nun.
Mm-hmm.
She's 116 years old. And the news reporter said she was fine until she passed away.
Yep.
I'm going, of course. They were talking about her health.
Yeah.
Her health was fine until she passed away. And
yep.
I was like,
she got to go quick and easy. Boom.
I'm saying, so what do you mean? What do you mean by that? The lady passed away. Of course, at the end, she was having an event.
I would say if you live to be that old, 116, and you die with health being, very well up until death, then you've got an easy life going on.
Okay. Good morning, Anita Ford. She's the, we got to find some stuff to give away on the radio.
All right.
We got to find some stuff to give away because what we'll do is every time the first person that chimes in on Friday,
okay,
they need to get something. I'll have to think of something.
Okay.
But that's not this week.
Remember, we've got to get it to them as well.
That's not this week.
Okay. Well, I have been checking the weather because I'm going with my bestie and her babies, hopefully to that Brandon Fair thing at some point this weekend.
Gosh, you're the weather bunny.
And it's supposed to be, kind of a lot of rain in the morning, but it's going to clear up, I think, a little bit tomorrow afternoon.
I think that everything will be fine, and the weathermen don't know what they're talking about. And the weather's going to be cooler for the next few days. So I don't believe you will build up all the atmospheric things they need to fill up. So
it will be nice enough outside to get outside and not be locked in your house. So let's
go through what is going on in the world right now. I think you need to be careful out on I-20 at Raymond? Is it Raymond Road? What is not Raymond Road? The next exit up.
I-20 east west going towards Clinton.
There were before you get going toward Clinton.
You go towards
Clinton.
There
was a person run over this morning multiple times.
Wow.
They stopped, but that is probably going to cause delays. There's also delays on the Natchez Trace, where they've been working early in the morning. And then yesterday afternoon, the other day when I was in a hurry to get to Canton, they were working late at night.
Well, because that's when it's cool. I would assume that they would want to get out early in the morning.
And then, of course, this weekend in Ridgeland, it'll be careful of the traffic around there because they're having one of their biking events.
Oh,
yes. So they'll be riding around the reservoir and this, that, and the other. And so we got to be careful. So last night, the Rankin County residents frustrated with recent zoning ordinance. They had a few hundred people show up for that event.
Did they?
They also had people show up at Mary Jo Perry's event, which I did not get to make it over there because thank God they were ordering too many pizzas.
Too many pizzas.
Okay.
Too much business.
I can't leave when we're busy.
Nope.
You got to be there. Got to shake hands, kiss babies.
Yep.
So That's what's been going on like that.
Well, I'm glad to see that people are showing up and showing their voices on that property.
And everybody,
issue.
and there were a lot of people that made comments to us yesterday that we were being informative about the meetings. Let's tell everybody that tomorrow morning,
yes,
at I fixate McLean Live.
That's what was in my head. That's why you said it. Why you were wanting to go there? It's Cypress Point.
Cypress Point.
Still called.
It will be the Rankin Prayer
Breakfast.
They always have good hosts and good.
What time does it start? Actually, though,
8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Okay. I'm not gonna.
8 o'clock.
It can't be 7. It has to be 8.
It's
surely.
8 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay. And you go on out there. They'll have breakfast and prayer, and people will be speaking.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good event. And I've been going. And then, of course, next Wednesday, the one, the only Bruce Bartley's Grip and Grin.
Oh, that's right. We're already to the first of the month, aren't we?
Yes. The second. Today's the second of the month.
The second.
So
goodness gracious.
This, that, and the other.
And then there's something.
What else? I mean, there's too much going on.
Yep. I can't think of anything else this weekend besides that you've got the Ratless Ferry thing going on up at
the
Ratless Ferry.
Fundraiser for the Children's Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
$30. All you can eat shrimp.
Crawfish.
Good morning,
Chip.
What's in my mind is I eat more. When I go to the crawfish boils, I usually eat shrimp.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I like shrimp.
Yeah. I don't eat really. I mean, I like it cooked, but I don't like to peel it. If it's a bowl, I'll eat crawfish and food, but it's not worth the work. I'm sorry.
Well, okay. But anyway, it'll be going on this weekend. The band's Sound Check the Band is a solid band. You would like them. And there's another band playing earlier in the day.
And you said they have jump houses and all that kind of stuff out there as well. Didn't you say they blow up?
No, I don't know who you've been hanging out with.
Maybe it was something else that you said jump
You've been
houses.
doing a radio show with somebody else?
No, I had not.
Never said the word jump house.
You said bounce house maybe out there or something
the
first time?
No, I did not.
Well, I have a picture of Ratless Ferry with little bounce houses for kids to jump in. So I guess got that from somewhere else. So no.
Well, we'll check because they're probably listening in and they'll send us a message saying, no, we ain't got no bounce houses.
Okay. My bad.
I mean, there you go.
And then the Brandon Fair. Brandon Fair. Isn't it called Brandon Day or
Brandon Fest?
Brandon Fest.
Brandon Fest.
I hear that they have like rides, like real roller coaster rides.
They may
stuff
have
like
bounce houses.
That might be where it came from.
Let's see what's going on the phones. Good morning, WYAB.
Good morning. How y'all make it this morning?
We're doing good. How are you?
All right. I just came back last night from the meeting at the Brandon Municipal building, and I thought I knew everything, but I learned some things, and it is even worse than I could imagine. I was thinking that you could have a mobile home in parts of the county, but in one part of the county, the northern part, the Pisgah, the Rehoboth, Long Pine, Pete Lake, Wood Acres, Leesburg area, you are not allowed to even put a mobile home or modular home on your land. That's what I learned last night.
I thought they said hold on just a second. Let me ask you something. I thought they said if you had farmland, you were allowed to have one.
Here's what I learned.
Okay, go.
All right, there is an overlay district within a district. Up in northern part of Rankin County. They got it outlined in a peak line. So basically at Highway 80 and Trickham Bridge Road, if you run Trickham Bridge Road straight north all the way to the river, everything to the east side of that line, all the way back to the Scott County line, excluding the town of Pelahatchie, is within that overlay district. And that's where they're not allowing any modular or mobile homes within that area.
Well, the funny thing about that is when you think about that, that, in my opinion, I've been watching for years and going, they have built tons and tons of great 4-lane roads through there.
Right.
And I believe that's their plan is that's their future growth. And so they got an overlay district. So they don't want to wind up building a nice neighborhood and then having 3 trailers and then a nice neighborhood and 3 trailers like they have in some areas. Is that your opinion? What you think? Am I crazy?
I really don't even want to speculate. I just think I know that is Steve Gaines' district,
right?
And no other supervisors put an overlay district within their district or zone.
Well,
I'm thinking he basically what I'm thinking he's saying to everybody, he don't want no trailer trash. That's pretty much what I understand. He don't want no trailer trash, and that's what I'm taking it as now.
I understand that, and look, and that's the way many people would look at that don't live in manufactured housing or anything like that. But I mean, trailers have come a long way since 1972. You know?
Well, in 7 years is 7 years is a short amount of time when you're looking at a dwelling that you're living in, thinking that it has to be
right.
I mean, you can't.
No, the thing is your house has no value. You can't sell it to someone after 7 years.
Right.
Right.
Well, that does not apply within that overlay district. You know, in the overlay district, you're not even allowed to buy a brand new mobile home or modular home and put in there. That's what I'm talking about now. The rest of the county, you are allowed to buy a 7-year or newer mobile home or modular home and put in there, but not within that overlay district. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, we had one heck of a crowd last night. Every seat was full, and I don't know if you've ever been to the Brandon Municipal Building, but it is huge.
Yes, it is. I saw the crowds.
It was huge. I tried to count the people, and I couldn't. I counted 25 rows of chairs, and they was about 25 rows wide, and every one of them was filled. There was people standing everywhere.
There you go.
And they was all signing these petitions, and then we got to put the pressure on them. And we got to keep it up.
And I understand there was a petition also at Mary Jo Perry's event, right?
That's what I'm understanding. I didn't attend that, but that's what she had posted on her Facebook page.
Yeah, well, I'd heard that there were a few people that signed it there also. So I will be keeping up with your saga and watching it as it goes through. And, there's something has been planned for that area for a long time, because if you ride out there, you have some nice roads out by Tricken Bridge, very, very nice roads that haven't been traveled. They're not damaged or anything. It's just like
there's a plan in motion. Maybe
yes, there is a plan.
How about lawmakers tell your people about the plan that you have in motion when you do things like this, and explain things to them, because maybe there are answers to a lot of this that they could say that could calm our worries, instead of maybe somebody going to bed worried at night that something bad's going to happen to their.
There's a gentleman that lives out in our area named William Hall. He has drafted up a petition for the resignation of Steve Gaines. So far, we've got a few hundred people already signed that petition. It's going to get really interesting.
And then Jeremy Dole just climbed. He says this country can't get out of its own way. Imagine telling someone that they can't have a type of home or shelter on their own land because it carries a stereotype. This is America, man. You can't do that. Yeah. We're not going to put up with it. The way I look at it, at a certain age, you shouldn't have to even pay taxes on your property anymore. And I found out recently that's the thing. Is it in Texas or Tennessee that you don't pay income tax at a certain age, and you don't pay property tax at a certain age? Hey. Yep. At some point, it should be free to live in free America.
What? Yeah. I mean, why do you need to pay taxes on your house? What cost is that running up that you need to cover with the government?
Well, the thing is,
I mean, understand with cars, you have roads and bridges that you have to drive on, but with your home, what is there that the government has to do to maintain that for you?
Well, the government spends money, and
that's an excuse, Chip.
And part of that has to do with police departments and stuff like that you got to have. So,
okay,
you got to figure out how to fund it.
Yeah.
And then you can get rid of it. Hey, thanks for calling this morning and keeping us informed. And always call and let us know.
Thanks.
We had some other calls coming in and I missed those, but that's okay. That's okay. Yep. We got to take a break, and we'll be back here on the Chip Matthews Show with Taylor Tucotte on WYAB. Taylor Tucotte on WY.
1039 WYAB.
Pet emergencies don't wait, so why should you? At Urge Vet Emergency Vets of Madison, we offer low wait times and cutting-edge technology to provide fast, expert care for all household pets. Our hours of operation are weeknights 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. and 24 hours on weekends and holidays. Our phone number is 601-790-1918 and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Because when it comes to your pet's health, trust the team that's fast, reliable, and compassionate.
Would you like a free ice cream? Head on over to Bumpers Drive-In on Highway 49 in Flora. If you're craving a juicy made-to-order burger and crispy golden fries, if you want to taste the best hand-breaded chicken tenders you've ever had, if you want a hand-mixed milkshake or a whirl with Nutter Butters, Oreos, then bump on into Bumpers Drive-In in Flora. Exclusively at the Flora location. Mention you heard them on WYAB and you'll receive a free frosty ice cream with your order.
Hey, everybody, it's John at Two Gun Tactical. We're having Kim Wade Wednesdays at both locations. So you come in and mention Kim Wade on a Wednesday, you get half-price range fees. Hey, if you're a member, we're going to give you an extra free target just for mentioning Kim Wade Show. Come on in and work on your shooting and exercise that 2A right that if we don't fight for it, we won't have it much longer. It's twoguntactical.com. That's the number 2guntactical.com.
Your pie could really be your pie. It's your opportunity to provide for your family and have a lot of fun at the same time. Gluckstadt and Madison County, some of the fastest growing areas in Mississippi, and Your Pie is looking for people interested in ownership to make an investment that could pay off with a more secure future for your family. If you're interested, contact Your Pie on Calhoun Station Parkway today. Your Pie could really be your pie.
Pops Auto Sales on Highway 49 in Florence is where you come to buy quality cars, trucks, and SUVs. Priced to fit your budget. At Pops Auto, we specialize in trucks. From four-wheel drives to diesels, our satisfied repeat buyers know Pops has one of the largest truck inventories for any independent dealer, period. Browse Pops inventory at popsautosalesllc.com and get pre-approved for a zero down payment with approved credit. With warranties and service contracts available. Pops Auto Sales, your home for trucks. Highway 49 South in Florence.
The weather is heating up and the deals are even hotter at Mazda of Jackson. Right now at Mazda of Jackson, you can drive home your dream Mazda with low financing rates available. 2.9% for 72 months on most models, or finance 36 months and pay just 0.9%. That's right, 0.9%. Experience Mazda's exhilarating performance, top-notch safety, and reliability. It's time to choose Mazda. Shop online at MazdaofJackson.com or visit Mazda of Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road in Jackson.
Are you a wine enthusiast? Are you looking for the perfect bottle to elevate your next dinner? The ultimate destination for wine lovers is 042 Wine and Spirits on West Government Street in Brandon. They're locally owned, they're locally operated. 042 Wine offers something for everyone, from local favorites to rare vintage wines. 042 Wine and Spirits can help you find your next favorite wine. The friendly and knowledgeable folks at 042 Wine and Spirits will help you find the perfect bottle for every occasion. 042 Wine and Spirits, located on West Government Street in Brandon. Craving something extraordinary in Jackson? Manship Restaurant is where your taste buds hit the jackpot. Join us for happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. where your wallet will thank you and your stomach will sing. Indulge in half-price wood-fired pizzas, because why pay full price for half the fun? And for just $5, dive into our private barrel bourbon picks. That's right, luxury on a budget. Plus, beat the heat with our frozen drink specials, a tropical escape without the travel expenses. Make your way to the Manship, where happy hour isn't just a time, it's an experience.
Willow tree.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
And we're back on a Friday morning here on the Chip Matthews Show. Tiptoe through the tulips.
I hate that song.
And the willow tree.
I can't stand that. You let that thing play forever, and then my favorite song from the Cult, cut that off. We're getting 3 beats in.
We're getting your jingles. It's talking about drinking sweet tea. And we ain't drinking sweet tea at this hour of the morning. We're drinking.
Firewoman's the last last cut in, not the first. You cut off Firewoman like boonk as soon as it comes on.
No, it's still playing.
Oh, I just
You
can't
just
hear
can't
it.
hear it.
Oh.
You don't understand this radio
I
thing,
don't.
how
I've
it
never
works.
done radio before.
Well, anyway, for y'all that are keeping up with election turmoil in Canton, okay. Also, let me tell you, there are bounce houses and face painting.
Yep. And we have someone on the phone.
And they are a family oriented. Oh, yeah, we got somebody on the phone. Let's go to the phone. Good morning, WYAB. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
All right. So I was at the meeting at Brandon City Hall last night as well. And what I heard that struck me is just really crazy. In that overlay district that y'all were talking about earlier, that's that northeast corner of the county.
Right.
Obviously they said no trailers, no modular homes, but they also said to build a traditional home, you have to have a minimum of 5 acres.
Right. You got to have 5 acres, and you probably even go a little bit further. And there was probably how far the setback had to be, and this, that, and the other. And you find out that you have to build a house and leave a whole bunch of land. Good morning, Fred Cerami.
So how many people up there bought 2 or 3 acres and are sitting on it, waiting for interest rates to come down to build, and now they are SOL.
Well, that's exactly right. And then you also have, I watched this in Madison County where the supervisors just took an area and where people had built expensive homes. They've let D.R. Horton come in and just start overbuilding the area with cheaper homes with smaller setbacks from the road and smaller square footage and this, that, and the other. These things happen. And it's all, it's all money driven. So somebody's making money if you have all these things. Somebody requested that overlay district,
Mm-hmm.
And then it got,
yeah, for sure.
And you need to go back and see when it was passed and who pushed it. And then you can start unraveling what's going on. Now, tomorrow morning, you can go to that prayer breakfast out at the Cypress Point, and all those legislators and city supervisors and all that will be there. You can go in there and ask them some questions,
What time was that again?
8 o'clock. 8
Nice.
o'clock. They do it the first Saturday of every month. And it's a good informative meeting, but you'll also have legislators there, and you'll have many people there, and you can talk to them, and you can ask. They'll have questions from the floor from time to time, but you can find who you need to talk to and just go talk to them civilly in the corner. And if you'd like to,
they also announced that the same group that put that on last night at the City Hall,
yes,
is let us know that their regular scheduled meeting is Monday at 9. So hope the folks in the county will participate in that as well.
Okay. Well, thanks. And keep us informed, and we'll get you on the air, and we'll let everybody know what's going on as it's going on.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Yes.
So Monday at 9 is the regular supervisors meeting in Rankin County?
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be.
Okay.
That would be the same for Madison County.
Okay.
Okay. Also, let me remind everybody that, like I said, today at 1 o'clock in Canton, we'll be canvassing the ballots.
Yep.
Canvassing the ballots. And they'll be going through that. But I just got a message from a person on the election commission in Canton, Democratic Election Commission. They're going to be in court next Tuesday, 9 a.m.
Wow.
So that means that the Blackmans have, and it says the Blackmans. So the Blackmans have come up with their argument on the people's voice not being heard, and you'll find out in court
right
at 9 a.m. And the question there, the big question is there, when you canvass the ballots today, you'll be canvassing for the will of the people, and you'll be looking in these boxes for information. That it will not be a shouting match. It'll be a simple thing where you gather information,
right,
and you ask the questions, and then you go to court.
Yep.
So they've already know what they're going to court over, and it has to do with the 3,000 people that lived in an area that were not added to the poll books. And now my question is, who's responsible for adding them to the poll books?
Mm-hmm.
If they're registered voters in the county, they would automatically be registered.
Right.
So is this a election commission of the county
right
issue with the District 4 and 5 because the District 4 and 5 election commissioners always seem to be pro Canton. We'll just say
okay,
and one of them, the one in District 4, actually works at City Hall as the mayor's assistant.
Oh, well,
so
I guess that
and the mayor's the one that's trying
to
run
the city in the election,
and the mayor of Canton is the one that's trying to control the outcome of the election,
right? So that he
and of course last time in court,
right.
The Ed Blackman, the daddy, he's a great lawyer. I'm just going to tell you, in a courtroom, he's somewhere between a great preacher and this, that, and the other. But he got the will of the people was the terminology. He said, I don't care if Chip Matthews has all the legal votes.
Right.
The will of the people is in a town that is majority black. The will of the people is Mayor Truly should be in office. And that stuck.
That's what Blackman said in that in your
pretty much
previous the will of, so how does he know that that's the will of the people?
Well,
do they just like psychically beam it to him that that's what they want?
But that's what went down. I'm just letting you know.
I know, but I mean, it's like, are we stupid?
But it is true that the will of the people is what we want.
It is, but the vote is the will of the people.
But we had a jury.
Not what Blackman says.
Most of our jury was picked from Rankin County and brought over to Canton to do this. And they ruled in my favor as far as legality.
Right.
But then the will of the people was something completely different.
Right.
And I was just like, and then I was told, you're just going to appeal. And then, of course, my attorney threw me under the bus.
Well.
Yeah, he threw me under the bus. And when the appeal needed to be put in the last 10 minutes, he said, I'm not doing that.
No,
we're not going to appeal that.
No.
And I got thrown under the bus.
Yep.
And that was that.
And he cashed your check.
He cashed. Oh yeah, he cashed.
He
checks.
Cashed the check.
He cashed many checks, and I helped him get so much business.
But
But we know how attorneys are. We've all had to deal with them.
It's not an attorney. They're good people and they're bad people, and some of those bad people are.
Well, I mean, they're attorneys. All I've learned from attorneys, and nothing against all of you attorneys that are listening, but the goal in life is to get paid, whether you win or lose.
Yep.
That's number one. Usually ask for that up front.
Yep.
And then number two, a judge is probably an extra attorney.
Yep.
In most cases. And two other attorneys, they're all going to get there and they say, what does it take to get this off?
What's best for the three of us?
What
gets this done for the three of us the easiest?
What gets this off our calendar?
Yep.
What gets this off our calendar?
Yep.
So,
like I said,
it's great work if you can get it.
I'm sorry, but I got to look myself in the mirror in the morning. I'm not doing that because everything comes back to you. You pull that kind of crap with people, at some point it is going to land square in your face.
And then reality,
maybe years.
Okay, now listen to this. Maybe that's what's wrong with our delegation at the State House.
You think?
They couldn't come up with a budget because there are a bunch of attorneys and they can't agree on anything.
Right.
Maybe we need to elect some people.
Well.
And I'm not saying that lawyers aren't people too.
Well,
but
we need to shake it up. We need a breath of fresh air. We need new thoughts. We need new ideas.
And I know why businessmen don't do it, because they're too busy making money.
Right.
They have to work.
Right.
And that's what's wrong. We've got to get back to a community where people and business are a part of the political solution.
We need to get back to a time where money doesn't influence whether people do things the right or the wrong way.
There was never a time where money didn't influence.
I don't care that there's never been a time. That doesn't mean that we don't need to strive towards being the type of people that just because you offer me $1 million doesn't mean that I'm even going to consider it from the get-go.
Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right here on WYAB with Chip Matthews and the lovely Taylor Tucotte. Both of us running for office, and you got to go vote for us.
Yep.
And in Mississippi, since you can vote and nobody's going to say anything to you, vote for us anyway. If you live in North Mississippi, right on down and vote for us. Just kidding. Okay, we'll be back right here on WYAB. We'll be back right here on WY.
1039 WYAB.
Have you been injured through no fault of your own? Do you know your rights? Don Evans does. Do you really believe that the insurance company would disclose all information to you? Don Evans will make sure that you are fully informed. It costs nothing to discuss your case. From car wrecks to malpractice, Don Evans will make you and your family whole again. Don Evans won't ever charge unless he collects for you. Call Don for a free no-obligation consultation at 601-969-2006.
Did you know that the average 6-room house collects 40 pounds of dust each year? Local business Pure Air Consultants duct cleaning service can rid your home of the dust, dirt, and debris that may be caught in your air ducts. They can eliminate the mold, fungi, and microbes that might be growing inside your ductwork and polluting the air you breathe in your home. Mention WYAB and receive a free UV light with system replacement. Visit online at mypureairconsultants.com. mypureairconsultants.com.
CBS News Brief. The Trump administration insists Mike Waltz was not fired. Vice President J.D. Vance tells Fox the national security advisor is being reassigned to U.S. ambassador to the UN.
Donald Trump has fired a lot of people. He doesn't give them Senate-confirmed appointments afterwards. What he thinks is that Mike Waltz is going to better serve the administration, most importantly, the American people in that role.
We'll get the jobs report for April next hour. CBS's Kelly O'Grady says President Trump's tariffs may be a factor.
You're potentially going to see maybe that businesses took a wait and see approach with all of this uncertainty, and perhaps they didn't hire as much as we expect them to.
Economists expect 135,000 jobs were added last month. The woman who plowed her car into a central Illinois daycare this week, killing 4 children, may have had a medical episode. State Police Director Brendan Kelly.
Initial preliminary toxicology test results were negative for alcohol and negative for controlled substances.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
When you feel like your business is drowning in paperwork and compliance issues, it's time to call Peoplease. Let Peoplease take care of the busy work so that you can save valuable time and focus on what really matters, growing your business. Peoplease is based in Ridgeland, so you're always dealing with local professionals who will actually understand your business and its needs. Join thousands of satisfied clients who trust Peoplease to simplify their employee administration. Visit peoplease.com. That's peoplease.com to learn more.
Are you hosting an event? Let Burgers Blues Barbecue handle the food while you enjoy the moment. From an important lunch to a dreamy wedding, B3 Catering is sure to please everyone. Find Burgers Blues Barbecue online and click the catering tab or just give us a call. And when you're dining out, visit Burgers Blues Barbecue in Flowood, Brandon, or Madison for incredible plates served fresh daily. Burgers Blues Barbecue and B3 Catering, a delicious combination.
The Chenault Aviation and Military Museum is proud to announce the return of the Red, White, and Blue Air Show to the Monroe Regional Airport May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Enjoy an amazing show with heart-pounding performances by the U.S. Air Force F-35, U.S. Army Golden Knights, Randy Ball, Ghost Rider, Titan Aerobatic Team, and more. There'll be planes on display and helicopter rides. May 2nd and 3rd, gates open at 3 for amazing evening and night shows. Sunday, May 4th, gates open at 11 a.m. for thrilling day show. Visit Explore Louisiana to plan your trip today and buy tickets now at redwhiteandblueairshow.com.
Attention homeowners and business owners. Complete Exteriors is now Elite Roofing and Gutters. Are your roof and gutters storm ready? The folks at Elite are your local experts in storm protection. Now is the time for an inspection and for proactive solutions that ensure your roof and gutters can withstand any storm. Get up to a possible $250 rebate on a new roofing system for all active military, veterans, and retirees. Online at eliteroofer.com.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
It's still playing.
Okay. What? Still listening to it in my head then.
The sun is rattling around in there, all right. But anyway. I want to say good morning to Beth McNeil. I was thinking about Doris and Curtis last night.
Doris and Curtis,
they were people that worked for the Riddells down at their house, and we used to play down there. And I remember a time when Lee and I got in trouble, and they had these marble floors, and we had socks, and we were running and sliding across the floor.
Oh gosh.
I went into the wall a few times.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great. But anyway, and she was chasing us with a belt. And we came out the door, and I ran right over Curtis outside.
Oh,
and
gosh.
he did a lot of the gardening around there.
Did anybody catch the whip?
Oh,
Catch
did
the
we
belt?
catch the whip? Yes. Oh, yes. And Doris didn't miss.
Yikes.
But she was a good person. I always enjoyed that. What a life. Y'all, you don't understand. Growing up in Canton was just such a wonderful thing. And it was probably the same everywhere else, but Canton was delightful. And the other night when we were in the event and the people and both black and white were at the event,
right?
They were talking about how wonderful it was to grow up in Canton and the things that they loved to do when they were growing up.
Yep.
And yeah, I think back, and like this morning, I was going back through my mind. I said, okay, so this time of the year, at the end of the school year, we would be going to play baseball, and there would be, you'd have Otha Gooseby, he'd be out there as a umpire. He was an older gentleman that was part, and you had all the different coaches. And I was thinking of everybody, that used to be involved in Canton and involved with the kids. Like I remember we had Uncle Bubs, Mosby. He was a good person, and he had this he had this ship from the World War II that the Duck,
right?
And he would drive it in the parades and everything. And it was a different time.
It was.
And
great. I think it was most of small town Mississippi back then.
And then even in the when I would walk down to my grandfather's store, there were some characters that were around there, and I remember a guy named Alto. Alto was crippled, but he scooted around with one hand on the ground and went all over town. And then there was the peanut guy. I'm trying to remember. I want to say it's Benny, but anyway. And he had a wagon, and he would pull around and sold peanuts all over town.
Yeah.
But I remember all these people.
Yeah.
I remember Esau that worked at Goodyear. He was a good guy that always took care of us. Good morning, Sam Brady. How are you doing? Are you playing this weekend anywhere? I got Jamie Eisenhood tonight at Acme Pizza, so I would like y'all to come out.
Yeah.
And everybody's texted me back and forth, so it's on in the courthouse. We have no idea what it's going to be, but the Blackman sent out a letter last night to appear in court on Tuesday, May 6th. And that will be so although we're doing a canvassing today, and the Catwoman too. You're correct there, Irene Jackson. You're correct.
And for y'all, canvassing means going over the ballot boxes,
So
not actually canvassing the addresses out, like working door to door.
We'll be going through the boxes. And they'll be looking for stuff that you would use in your complaint.
Right.
And my brother just said,
you basically
don't forget Mr. Jack. Mr. Jack was a black policeman in Canton, and I remember when he got shot.
Oh, wow.
He got shot once in the leg. I liked him.
Sounds like Days of Community.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me. And we need to get back to that. We need to community. We need to be.
And look.
Pay attention to each other.
And, I'll go through some of this other stuff later. Let's talk about this politic thing.
Okay.
So we're going to, at 1:00 in Canton.
Okay.
We're going to look at the material from the election. And what you usually do when you're looking at the material is you're creating your complaint to go to court. So it appears that Mr. Blackman has already determined what material he's going for. Now, and by the way, you have Lawrence Blackman, and then you have
his father.
His father is the one probably handling this election. Now, Lawrence Blackman held an event in Canton, which I do not want. I've been telling people it was not the event you think it was. It was an event about crime in Canton and murders that have not been solved and stuff like that. And he did not make it political at all.
How old is the son? 40s, 30s?
I would say he's younger than that.
30s.
But I can't tell people's age.
Well, I mean he's not. But
I think I'm 18.
Yeah, but
and you're 36.
Yeah. I am.
Because you'd be an older woman to me. But anyway. It's not supposed to happen until 5. What are you talking about, Debbie? Oh, she's talking about the march next Tuesday.
Oh, there's a march?
Yeah, they're going to march into City Hall and demand that the police chief be eliminated.
All the people.
Yeah.
All the people that
have
younger
been
black men, let's call him the younger black men, met at his meeting are all going to march.
Right. So
nice. I'm proud of you people in Canton. Come on.
It's about we're at a boiling point. It's
We
like,
are.
for instance, John Scanlon says we're at pitchforks and ashes and burn the town down
We
because
are.
people are tired
Yep.
of the government not doing what they're supposed to do.
Yep.
And this is a nationwide movement. And
Yep.
and look, in our meeting on violence last night, that 2 nights ago, there was also people from Yazoo City and other cities who came to talk about the crime that is spilled over into their community.
cities.
And I mean, this is not just a one-time place.
And let's not forget that it's spilling over into Canton because it's been in Jackson and nobody's done it for so long. And I've been telling people if we don't clean up Jackson, it's going to spread to Rankin and Madison.
And this thing is
And here it
basically
does.
the 30 districts of Benny Thompson.
It is.
And I hate to say that, but it's the truth.
What do you mean you hate to say
Okay,
that?
I say
He
it
has
all the
done
time.
it.
Okay, I say it all the
He has
time.
done it. It's not like we're lying or holding him accountable for something that he did not do. He has done all of this.
And then he spreads lies constantly saying we're going to take away your this and take away your that and take away your this.
While he does it, if he's telling you that something's going to happen, he's going to do it to you. It's not us. It's him.
Right. Because Benny only wants Benny in charge.
Well,
And
Benny only wants to be in control and for the money to roll in.
that's correct. And it rolls in not to the district,
No,
into Benny's pocket.
it does. He has killed.
And I mean, for those of you that love Benny,
and
God help you.
Let's all remember that Benny and Chokwe had a falling out way back when we were having the trouble with the pumps in the Mississippi flooding and Rolling Fork.
We're still having
And
trouble.
so Chokwe Lumumba was not Benny Thompson's candidate on the mayoral run. Let's think about who is.
And Joe Lynn says
And are we going to put them back in power?
the recount is at 1 p.m. Yes.
Yes.
So thank you, Joe Lynn. Let me and then Debbie's checking in. We're getting all kind of people. And it's a great morning. It's a great Friday morning. Everybody seems to be ready for the weekend. The weather
gonna be
looks
a
like
beautiful
it's gonna
day
be
this morning.
Beautiful day, regardless of the weathermen trying to rain on our parade.
Right.
But anyway,
Rain on our parade. They're always trying to get us.
yeah.
Rain.
Y'all
no, it's a
plan
beautiful
to
day.
go to the events that are going on this weekend.
Mhm.
You're gonna enjoy them, and you're gonna have a good time. If you get Saturday and Sunday, they'll be out on the motorcycles riding all over the reservoir.
Mhm.
The rides. It's a great time. It's a great time to be living, and we got to quit just enjoying being selfish of the things we have. We have things that we have, and we don't go vote because it don't bother me. I've got my motorcycle. I got my house. I got my guitar. I've got my woman. I don't need nothing else in America.
I would say that might be some people, but I think a lot of people may not. They just don't. I will say, as a novice coming into politics, it's very hard as an average everyday person to be able to jump in and understand which politicians are lying to you.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm
Because
saying.
they all tell you
But
one
remember,
thing.
80% of the people do not vote. Those 80% is who
Are you?
I'm talking.
See,
I'm
everybody.
talking about the 80% that don't vote. The 80% of the people that do not vote in elections
Yep.
enjoy the freedoms of America without participating.
They do.
And that's what I'm getting at.
They do.
They'll be out riding their motorcycles and this, that, and the other, and say, oh, the government just sucks.
Yep.
Gas has gone up.
Yep.
That's why I ride my motorcycle on the weekend. Take 2 gallons. Go all over. Well, that's great. Enjoy it.
But
But
nothing's going to change if people don't start standing up, and it's only going to get worse.
right. Okay, we're going to take a break on this Friday. Remember, the Clay Edwards Show is coming up at 7 with Clay Edwards, not us. And we'll be right back here on WYAB.
Because your energy was lost, you got backup power now, and it's so reliable, you'll be pleased with Mississippi Energy Services. Online at msenergy.us.
Hi, this is Rita Jensen with Remax Connection. I've been selling real estate now for well over 30 years, and I typically use Chadwick Home Inspectors. And Chad has done many, many home inspections for me.
They are pretty much from roof to foundation. Most people are surprised at just how thorough these home inspections can be. Been working with Rita almost a decade now. Very rarely does she let a deal fall apart. She can usually find a way to negotiate where both parties are satisfied.
RitaJensen.net. This Mother's Day, we celebrate the women who help the world bloom. Green Oak has roses by the dozen, beautiful gift baskets, and cut flower arrangements of her favorite color and variety. Let Mom know how special and loved she is. That message is best said with flowers. So this Mother's Day, make sure she has the best by letting Green Oak's design team put together a custom arrangement or gift basket just for her. Visit Green Oak in Jackson, next to Palm Bridges Park, at the Township in Ridgeland, or order online at our new website, greenoakms.com. Happy Mother's Day from all of us at Green Oak.
Hello, I'm Gary Jolly from the Tractor Store. LS Tractor understands your passion for the land, and just like you, LS Tractor is committed to excellence and superior products. LS Tractor comes with a long list of standard features that are unmatched by other brands, and backed with the LS commitment to provide exceptional customer service and satisfaction. You get a lot more for your money with the LS Tractor. Come to the Tractor Store in Richland to experience the LS difference. The Tractor Store in Richland.
I'm David Frederick, owner of Frederick Sales and Service in Brandon. I'm here to tell you that it's the best time to buy a new Exmark zero-turn mower. With unmatched quality of cut, ease of operation, and low maintenance, it's no wonder why Exmark is the #1 choice of landscape professionals. With sizes starting at 42 inches and 0% financing available, we have an Exmark zero-turn for all size lawns. Frederick Sales and Service in Brandon. Come by my store and see why Fredericks has been leading the way and serving you for 30 years since 1993.
You know what's a nightmare? We've all seen that movie where the bad guy's coming and your gun jams up. Luckily, that's just a movie, but you can't take the chance it could happen to you in real life. Hey, y'all, I'm Therese Apel from Dark Horse Press, and I've written stories about a whole lot of situations where people needed their gun to work for them. So if yours is moody or likes to jam, you need to take it to Guns and Gear. Let their professional gunsmiths look at it and fix it so it'll work when you need it. They're the absolute best at what they do, and that's why I buy all my guns from them. That's Guns and Gear in Gluckstadt. Check them out today.
Why don't you mind your own business?
Mind my own business? What's that supposed to mean?
No, I was just thinking about all of the news of tax changes, insurance changes, regulations that are being passed down to business owners. I don't have the time to keep growing and to keep up with changing payroll regulations.
I know. It seems like all I do is handle employee-related problems.
You know, I hear People Lease can help.
How can they help?
People Lease can handle our payroll, taxes, employee benefits, and workers' compensation. They even offer an affordable and customizable 401k program and a 24/7 online human resources support center for all my HR needs.
Think of all the time we'll save letting People Lease handle our payroll and benefits administration. I'll be busy growing my business and letting People Lease take care of the rest.
Sounds like a good business plan with People Lease.
Let People Lease mind your business so you can mind your own business. Call now, 601-987-3025. That's 601-987-3025. Or visit freepayrollquotes.com for your free quote.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
And good Friday morning on our last break here. And Kathy Reed, I see you just checked in. And I was thinking, when I was thinking this morning about different things from Canton, and I was talking about baseball, her dad would be the umpire behind the plate too. And he was solid. And about this time, at one time in my first restaurant incarnation, when I didn't know anything about the restaurant business, decided to buy one.
Right.
And the only thing I'd ever done in a restaurant was eat. About this time of the morning, her dad would be coming in. It'd be Mr. Reed. It would be Mr. Sam, Riddell. Mr. Endress would come in and drink with each coffee people that came in. But they would come in throughout the morning, and they would sit and drink coffee. And the thing about it was, my mama wouldn't let me raise the price of coffee at the time. Gulf War just hit, and everybody's watching TV, and so she says coffee it's got to be 25 cents. It's got to stay 25 cents. Coffee was 25 cents. And they would come in, and Mr. Endress would kill me because he would take his cup when he came in at 5 a.m. when we opened, or 4:30 a.m. He'd turn his cup over saying he wasn't through. And then he would come back. When that group left, he'd come in with the next group and sit back down, turn his cup back over. And then when he got through, when everybody got through, they would leave $1 on the table. The waitress would get 75 cents. I would get a quarter. And let me explain this to you. That don't work. Those were the good old days. Yes, sir, Mr. Fulcher. I mean, all these people from Canton. I really hope we all get out and vote, and we work on trying to make Canton the place that we grew up in. Because I mean, I'm gonna be like Trump if I get in. I'm gonna come in and say, "We're fixing it, fixing it today."
Yep, get it done.
Shut up. Because I would have control of the people that clean up the city, and if those people don't get out and work, we'll just fire them. Get some more people.
That's what happens when you don't do your job.
I mean, government work is government work.
Right.
You know, they'll have that 13 check, this, that, and the other, but they got to do something to do the job. I mean, we got to get it done.
Yep.
Oh yeah. But anyway, that's going to do it for today. What is our recap? We have a crawfish boil out at the Rattlers Ferry. That's for Children's Hospital. $30 to get all you can eat crawfish.
Yep.
What else do we have? We have the bike rides in Ridgeland this weekend. Expect delays. That's what the sign say. I didn't see what the ride was for, but it just Ridgeland says bike rides will be expect delays this weekend. So there's something going on, and I don't exactly know what it is. And so you people that have events, y'all need to make sure we know about them. Remember, there's a recount at 1:00.
Yep.
In Canton, and other than that, I guess it's time to go.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ready for the weekend, baby.
Y'all get out, be safe, be out of the weather. Come see me at Acme Pizza.
Yep.
I'm going to put us up a tip jar at the door where people can come in and give to our campaign.
Oh, nice. I need signs.
Yeah, you need signs.
Yep.
I
don't need, it's not going to be much, I don't think, but I need some
signs.
signs.
But
I need some signs.
Okay. But y'all get out. Think about voting. Find people that you need to make sure that they vote in the next election coming up, and that's really important.
Register to vote. If you haven't registered to vote, registered to vote.
You can register through the 5th.
Through the 5th.
So through Monday, you can register to vote. So
and you register just like you would normally register.
Right.
Right.
Right. You just go in and register. You can go online and register.
Yes.
At the Secretary of State's site.
There you go.
But get out and get ready to vote because it's important. This is a time when everything can change.
Yep.
If we want it to. And the only way we want it to is if we have the vote that puts the right people in. Make sure you vote for Kim Wade and Jackson. I'm going to say that every day. I'm going to say it every day.
Kim Wade for mayor. Kim Wade for mayor.
I'm going to have to get him to pay me for saying that.
Nope. Just say it.
I'm not that important.
He's not going to pay you.
Okay.
He'll say yours. You say his.
Okay. Reciprocal trade.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. The elections of a lifetime.
Okay, well, that's going to do it for me, Chip Matthews. She's Taylor Turcotte.
Follow me on Facebook, Taylor Turcotte, 2 T's and an E. And I've got my campaign videos done from last night. I'll have them out this weekend.
Okay. See y'all.
Bye.